before we go far, all I'm asking is, Miss Essay, what? Ndala rule book yako. Before mamela, before se affair. Because number one, we're in effect. Yeah, one of us could song. That girl wouldn't know what she is. Asaz.
Yeah,
all of us wouldn't know.
We have no clue.
Now was Olympics. Asaz, they were born as what?
Yeah.
We're all making assumptions.
Yeah. 100%.
So you know what I'm saying is, before we get into these debates of society,
what do the rules say?
The place that we must fight is the Olympics. The place that we must fight is Miss Essay. To say, guys, in your rules.
100%.
Yeah?
100%.
Sure. Mira, that's where I start. Most of these things are, like if right now, we don't know what are the rules of Miss Essay. But we're busy saying Nigerian girl.
So here's my challenge. My challenge. We are open to amending rules constantly based on society obviously evolves.
Yes.
Ne?
Yeah.
We've got a beautiful queen who is in the top 11 finalists and she might win. Ne? With Mozambican heritage, Nigerian heritage. Ne? Born in Soweto. Ne? So in terms of the law...
I don't even know that part. I know that their mother is South African, mama is Nigerian. One already sitting here.
So
we
now,
don't know which one is the truth.
So now you are born, you're South African. We know this. That's
Sure.
policy. My question to the Miss SA committee is, to you guys, what is the representation of a South African?
We don't have that answer though.
We don't have that answer.
Sure.
I worked at a school for many years. One day out of nowhere, one of the lighties come, ukunde fade here. And uwenze like you know like untando nto njani lo ushaye la madred wawa kanje ne. The school goes in a hoo-ha. His parents just goes to the hair policy. The hair policy speaks to your hair may not cover your ears, and your fringe may not go over your eyebrows.
Done.
Yeah.
The moment you say fringe, you're talking to whiteness.
Yeah.
You're no longer talking to blackness.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, again, to your point, that specific school didn't change policy with the times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you've got hair policy that is purely based on whiteness.
Sure.
So now, when it comes to this, you've got Malema who's saying, if you're born in South Africa, you're South African. Tutuzile Zuma, they were born in Mozambique, therefore they are Mozambican. And I'm saying, these people both have dual citizenship.
Sure.
Right? So, for example, let's say we are in war with Mozambique. Who does Tutuzane fight for?
We don't know. He might choose. He has a choice.
But that's
He has a choice to who he has to fight for.
Yes.
Why do we do that? Why do we do that? Why do we do it at a point where this guy can turn an AK at a South African or an AK at a Mozambique? He must choose.
Sure.
So
From the
I'm
onset.
saying, so for me, I go to Miss South Africa committee.
Yeah.
There are people that have different blood, maybe your grandparents, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Sure. We want you to have your citizenship and only base it on this citizenship. Because Usisi Wabantu got into the top 11 and the first thing she did, she went and she put on a Nigerian flag and she was like celebrating with the Nigerian family.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with celebrating with your heritage and respecting your heritage. Great. But it tells us as the population, should you win, you're going to be pushing a Nigerian agenda.
You are pure South African.
I'm not saying we are pure South African. I'm saying to you, Uguti, if it's a Miss South Africa contest.
Are we saying both parents must be
No,
born?
I'm not saying that.
No.
I'm saying that you must rep. You must rep. Because
you're fighting for Miss South
you and
Africa,
your
not Miss
partner
Nigeria.
can decide to go and travel and go to France.
Who does Trevor Noah rep?
You and your partner can travel and go to France.
Sure.
And she's pregnant. She doesn't even know that. Because you're there for a year. But she doesn't even know that she's pregnant. Let's just say. She finds out 2 months later she's pregnant. You guys have a beautiful child. And the child has a French citizenship, passport, etc., etc. You guys decide to move back to South Africa. My view is that South Africa as Home Affairs needs to say, pick one.
Okay, cool.
Pick one. We've seen it in the States. We've seen it in South Africa with what's happening in the Middle East. We've had people who are South African, who are American, who are saying we're going to go fight for
You know what
Israel.
I like about what you're saying?
Pick one.
You know what I like about what you're saying? We are fighting the organization. Whether the organization is South Africa, it's called Home Affairs,
the lady,
it's called Olympics. That is good. Forget the lady.
She's working well within the rules.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at the lady.
Then I see grand.
I'm just saying, Guti, I did a whole chat around this. Guti, the Miss South Africa needs to preempt these things.
Yeah.
And my biggest problem that I have with South Africans is that South Africans don't like to preempt. Yeah. South Africans don't even check the weather for tomorrow. They just go, I was like, check your weather. You know, like we so reactive instead of being proactive.
Yeah.
So somewhere along the line, someone was meant to sit down with this lady and say, listen, you do understand that this is a very much a pro South African pageant.
Yeah.
So you need to rep everything South Africa. So from your social media to your chats to your what, you are a Soweto girl. So when you get interviewed, you be like, ke a leboha,
You
so
have to-
that we feel like you one of us and you're representing us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the moment you celebrate and we are seeing a Nigerian, Zimbabwean, American, Spanish
Yeah.
excitement, we're going, hey, wait a minute. You're not from Spain. You said you are here. You are one of us.
Yeah.
Represent us. Because now next thing you're going to go to Miss World and you might have a Nigerian flag
Yeah.
while having the Miss South Africa thing.
Sash,
So
yeah.
let's understand where do you rep. So
Yeah.
me personally, I understand that there's many South Africans, especially white South Africans, that have dual citizenship. South
Yeah.
African and my grandparents are from Scotland, so I've got 2 passports. Hey, if we were to fight with Scotland tomorrow, because we saw it happen in Ukraine,
Yeah.
and the president of Ukraine said every man must stand and stay and fight against Russia.
Sure.
What happens if you have a passport for Russia?
can run.
And many have Ukraine. In fact.
So now
they're like same people. But
So now we're sitting in a room. You're like, yeah, let's shoot the Russians. The next thing you turn on us.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to know where
Fair.
your allegiance lie. Where are you patriotic? Because we're not just talking about supporting a soccer team. We're talking about real things now. You are
The whole
repping-
country, yeah.
You are the face of South Africa.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Fair.
You understand?
Sure.
And I'm not downplaying her heritage. She must celebrate all her heritage. Maybe she's got grandparents from fucking Brazil.
Yeah.
Do you? But when it comes to this,
This specific,
specific
thing.
thing.
we need you. If you're gonna say you are the president of South Africa,
You need to like showcase us.
if
bro.
you are the president of South Africa, you need to be able to look in the camera and say, I will let the world burn for my country,
Yeah.
South Africa.
Type shit.
And if you can't do that,
Yeah.
now you're voted.